everybody, Jim here, and today I'm in Akihabara, and right now we are at SEGA Bldg number 3, and we're gonna check this out. We're gonna go play a whole lot of arcade games. We're gonna start with the first 2 floors, which according to the floor guide are 100% UFO catchers. So we're gonna go and see what kind of prizes they have, and we're gonna try our luck. So check this out, some UFO catcher goodness for you.
インターナショナルビッグゲームセガアウトランマーク3ソフトで新登場15コース5つのゴールスリルあふれるアップダウンコース選べるゲームサウンドセガアウトランゲームリーダーセガ
So we've made our way up to the 3rd floor, where obviously there are still a lot of crane games, but also on this floor there's lots of other stuff like shooting games and driving games, some rhythm games, things like that. So we're gonna have a look around and we're gonna have some fun playing some of these games. So let's check it out. Alright, so we made our way up to the 4th floor, which the floor guide says is the network games area, which means it's a whole lot of stuff that I don't really know how to play. I recognize some of it like Fate and Gundam, but I don't really have any experience with any of these games, but they look pretty cool anyway. So we're gonna have a walk around and check them out and see what's what up here. But again, no idea what the hell I'm doing, but let's take a look anyway.
アレクの新しい冒険物語。数ある難関をクリアして12の星座に光を灯せ。アレックス・キッドザ・ロストスターズ。セガ
Okay, so as you can probably hear right now, I am on the 5th floor, and this floor is exclusively rhythm games and driving games. Definitely the loudest floor in the arcade. Lots of fun stuff to play. Let's go check it out. Okay, we finally made our way up to the 6th floor, which is my personal favorite floor. I think for pretty obvious reasons. It is a 100% retro Sega arcade floor. I actually haven't been here in several months, and they've made a lot of changes since the last time I was here. There are actually a lot more arcade cabinets here than there were the last time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what new stuff they brought up here and enjoying some of this retro Sega arcade goodness. So let's go check it out.
あの R タイプ、セガからいよいよ発売。8シーンすべてを1本に搭載。これが話題の4メガシューティングゲーム、セガ R タイプ。セガ
right, so that's it for the 6th floor of SEGA Arcade number 3 here in Akiba. I'm actually pretty worn out right now going up and down all those stairs. I've been playing a lot of video games, so my eyes are really strained. I think I seared my retinas a little bit today, but I had a lot of fun. If the next time you're in Akihabara, if these arcades remain open at the end of all that's said and done, definitely stop by, pay a visit to this arcade or any other SEGA or Taito arcade here in Akihabara, because they are awesome. They are a lot of fun, and this is the kind of thing that we want to keep alive, keep going here. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope there's an arcade somewhere near you that you can go and have some fun in. And until next time, take care, everybody. Goodbye.
これが噂のパックマン。
Hey everybody, Jim here, and today I am back in the neighborhood of Ikebukuro here in Tokyo. Last time I was here, it was because the big SEGA arcade, SEGA Gigo, was closing down. They're actually going to be opening another SEGA arcade directly across the street from it, so that's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to checking that out later this month. But for the time being, actually directly across the street from where SEGA Gigo used to be, there's another arcade. There's a small NAMCO arcade here, which it doesn't have all the stuff that the SEGA arcade had, but it's still pretty cool. It's a lot smaller. It's only 2 floors, but there's some fun to be had in here. So if you're in Ikebukuro and you're bummed out about the SEGA Gigo closing down, take heart, because there are other places you can go to play some video games. So let's get inside this NAMCO arcade and see what it's all about. Okay, so here we are on the first floor. Again, there are only 2 floors to this one. And this floor, as you can see behind me, 100% UFO catchers, or crane games, if you will. Pretty common for an arcade like this. Again, you may or may not be interested in these. I myself am terrible at them, so while I would like to have some of this stuff to take home with me, odds are I'm not going to win any of it, but we're still going to give it a try. So let's walk around, take a look at what they got on this floor, and try to win ourselves some prizes.
Omoi culture をおもちゃという自宅で遊べるナムコット。
Okay, so we made our way down to the basement, which again is the only other floor in this arcade. And there are a few UFO catchers and like purikura booths and stuff down here. But for the most part, this is where you're going to want to come if you're actually going to want to play some games. Now, it's not exactly like a retro arcade or something, so if you want to play like Street Fighter or Gradius or something like that, this is not the place for you. But if you want to play maybe some racing games, some rhythm games, Gundam Extreme, stuff like that, if you're into that kind of thing, this is a perfect place for that because it's loaded with all that stuff. Lots and lots of games to play. Looks like a lot of fun, so we're going to go walk around, we're going to check some of this stuff out, we're going to play some games, and we're going to have a good time. So check it out.
ファミコンで初めてお先2人同時にプレイができるファイナルラップナムコ
芸能界売り込みロールプレイングゲームラサール石井のチャイルズクエストマネージャーやりまへんか
All right, so there you go. That's the little NAMCO arcade here in Ikebukuro. It's pretty fun. We had a good time in there. Had zero luck with the UFO catchers, unfortunately. But I did see like a lot of people winning little stuffed animals and things, which filled me with rage. I was so jealous. And in the basement, there's some fun stuff to play down there. Some Initial D, Mario Kart, lots of rhythm games, things like that. Again, if you're looking for like retro games or like Street Fighter and shoot 'em ups, this is not the arcade to come to. But luckily, right near here, just a few minutes walk from here, is Mikado, which is strictly a retro games arcade. So you can just take a little walk over there and go play all the games you want. And then directly down the street from here on the corner is where the new SEGA arcade is going to be. So if you're in Ikebukuro, there are actually a lot of options if you want to come and play some arcade games. This place is pretty cool for like a little distraction though. Play some Initial D, play some Gundam Extreme or something like that and have a good time. I had fun in here anyway. So next time you're in Ikebukuro, pop by the NAMCO arcade. It's pretty cool. Hey, how you doing, sir? Anyway, yeah, hi, thank you. Yeah, you're good. Anyway, yeah. Pop by the NAMCO arcade. It's pretty fun. So until next time, take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Goodbye. Hey everybody, Jim here, and I'm in Akihabara today, and right now I'm at the Club SEGA Building number 1, the biggest and most prominent SEGA arcade in Akiba. I'm here today because as of late, a lot of great arcades have been shutting down, and so I want to get as much arcade time in as possible before potentially all of my favorite places to play arcade games shut down. We're going to take a walk around the arcade and play some games. You're going to see that it's more or less like totally empty right now for obvious reasons, which is kind of a bummer, but that's not going to stop us from enjoying some arcade games today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this little video of SEGA Arcade number 1 right here in Akihabara. Okay, so we're getting started with all the crane games here. So actually the first 4 floors of this arcade are 100% UFO catchers. So there's not a video game in sight. I'm not exactly a master of the UFO catcher by any means, but we're gonna try our hand at it. It's mostly anime related stuff like figures and plushies, things like that. So we're gonna give it a shot. So check it out, 4 whole floors of nothing but UFO catchers.
チューチューロケットネズミを助けろチューチューロケット猫は怖いチューチューロケットすごいズババババー
Okay, so right now we're on my favorite floor of this arcade, and that is the 6th floor. This is the floor where you're going to find all of your fighting games and some shoot 'em ups and things like that. It's labeled on the little chart as the video games floor, so not a UFO catcher in sight, which is nice. So we're going to play some Tekken and maybe some Melty Blood and Guilty Gear, all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, again, 6th floor, definitely my personal choice for best floor in this arcade. So let's check it out. So now we are on the 7th floor, and this is the floor with all of the racing games and rhythm games. Again, something that is a little more my speed, so there's plenty of Initial D, Midnight Tune, Taiko Drum Master, things like that. So we're gonna get around the 7th floor, we're gonna play some games, we're gonna have some fun, so check this out.
Hey, come on!
Non-stop power play.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for SEGA Arcade #1 here in Akiba. It's really awesome arcade. We had a lot of fun. It's huge, but again, the first 4 floors are all crane games, which are not really the biggest attraction for me, but those floors actually did have more people on them than the floors with actual video games. So I guess that's kind of how they're gonna make a big chunk of their money. But it is still fun to come here. Still plenty of fighting games, shoot 'em ups, racers, rhythm games, things like that. So hopefully this place keeps its doors open for a long time. Not sure how feasible that is, considering how many arcades have been closing in Tokyo as of late. But at the very least, let's hope that this one stays open, because it is kind of a landmark feature of Akihabara, and it would be a real shame to see something like this go away. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Next time you're in Akihabara, definitely stop by the SEGA Arcade, any of them, but #1 especially, because it's a lot of fun. And until next time, take care everybody, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.
Shoryuken!
アーケードゲーム最新作スーパースト 2X
Capcom.
Hey everybody, Jim here, and right now I am in Ikebukuro here in Tokyo on a really gray, overcast day, but I'm in a really good mood because we're here in front of the Mikado Game Center, which is probably my favorite arcade in the entire city. So it's 100% retro games, so there's lots of great stuff in there. Good old Sega, Capcom, Konami, you name it, they got it. So we're gonna get inside, we're gonna play a whole lot of arcade games today, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So let's go check it out. All right, so here we are on the first floor. This is a pretty awesome floor. There's a lot of sit-down cabs, so you can play some retro games. But there are also a lot of driving games and a lot of rhythm games as well, classic stuff like Guitar Freaks and things like that. So we're gonna have a walk around, we're gonna play some games, and we're gonna have some fun. Again, this is one of, I think, 3 floors in here. So some pretty cool stuff here. Let's go check it out.
ウエストコーストの風の中をシンクのコンバーチブルが駆け抜ける。すべてのゲームをバックミラーに見るインディビジュアルレースアウトラン。12月21日発売。
Okay, so we've made our way up to the second floor, and if you're anything like me, this will probably be your favorite floor if you come here. because it is wall-to-wall, end-to-end fighting games. Lots of great stuff, lots of Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Virtua Fighter, Tekken, you name it, they got it. A lot of fun to be had on this floor, so let's go play some games.
超えられるか俺を安住かスーパーストリートファイター2スーパーファミコンで新登場カプコン
So now we've made our way down to the basement, which this floor is also awesome, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really great retro games down here, some beat 'em ups, puzzlers, stuff like that to play. Also some stuff down here that I'm not too terribly familiar with. There's some Mahjong. There are a few X-rated games down here, which I don't know, I might dabble with, but I'm not so sure it's exactly safe for YouTube. But still, totally awesome floor, lots of games to play, so let's go have a look.
僕ぐらいのセンスになるとポータブルのゲーム機もレベルが高くないとプライドが許さないんだ。
ガブダギってギトギトしてる。もうこの世から消えてって感じです。
なーにー、おいらラーメン屋でお前ラーメン作って何が悪いんだ。ラーメンボス待ってろよ。
So there you go. That is Mikado here in Ikebukuro. Awesome arcade. I mean, just one of my favorite places in the city to just like hang out and play video games. They actually have a YouTube channel where you can go and watch live streams and other like really great like gameplay stuff. They do tournaments and all kinds of other things like that. It's really cool. So I'm going to put links in the description, so go check that out. But anyway, next time you're in Ikebukuro and you want to play some retro games, definitely stop by Mikado because it is awesome. We had a great time today and we'll be back again real soon. As a matter of fact, as soon as this camera goes off, I'm getting back in there to play some more games. So yeah, really great place. Drop by if you have the chance. And with that being said, thanks for watching everybody and take care. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Hey everybody, Jim here, and today I am in the neighborhood of Ikebukuro here in Tokyo because I want to go to this nice big Sega arcade over here called SEGA Gigo. The reason I especially want to go today is because unfortunately a little later this month this arcade is going to be closing permanently. It's going to be gone forever, which is kind of a bummer. It's been here for like 30 years or something like that. I've come to this arcade a lot, had a lot of fun here. And so I'm kind of heartbroken today. This is my last trip to SEGA Gigo, but we're going to make the most of it. So let's get inside, let's play some arcade games, and let's have some fun. So we're here in the basement, actually B1F, and from here up to the third floor is 100% what you see now. Lots of crane games. I think they're doing some sort of collaboration with Bandai right now, which is pretty cool. But we're going to get around these first four floors. We're going to play some crane games and we're going to have some fun and hopefully win a prize or two. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. But hey, check this out. Let's have some fun.
いたずら鬼面組を捕まえろ。おかしなコミックゲームセガハイスクール鬼面組おかしく楽しく新登場セガ
Okay, so now I'm up here on the 6th floor, which is the Purikura and cosplay floor. Unfortunately, men alone are not allowed inside. I got Sam here with me. We thought maybe we could pass him off as my girlfriend, but that's going to be kind of a hard sell. So we're actually not going to be allowed to go on this floor. But really, who the hell cares, because it's picture booths and frilly little things. Not terribly interested. Let's head back downstairs.
あのファンタジーゾーンを超えたセガファンタジーゾーン2。君はオパオパ、もうこのゾーンから出られない。謎が謎を呼び、また感動のラストシーン。セガファンタジーゾーン2ゲームリーダー。
Okay, so now I'm up here on the 5th floor. This is the network games floor. So there are a lot of online games here, stuff that I'm not really familiar with at all. That's kind of a running theme now. I don't know what the hell to do with any of this stuff, but it looks cool and I like to watch other people play it. So let's go check it out. Here we are, we're on the 2nd floor. This I wasn't expecting to see. Right here it tells you to go ahead and leave a little message about what your experience is here at SEGA Gigo. So there are lots and lots of post-it notes here, written in Japanese and English. You write your little thank you notes, posted on the walls. They're all lined up, very nice, perpendicular, very orderly, very Japanese. So we're going to write a little message of thanks and post it on the wall here. And yeah, really cute, but kind of sad at the same time.
SEGA はロールプレイングゲームを変えてしまう。ファンタジースター、かつてない驚異のグラフィック、壮大な SF ストーリー。その秘密は4メガ。ファンタジースター。
Alright, so here we are on the 3rd floor. There are a few things to enjoy on this floor, but primarily, as you can see behind me, there are a lot of different kinds of rhythm games. Very noisy floor, lots of music going on all the time. Lots of the sounds of people smacking random things and buttons and knobs and all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's go have a walk around, have some fun, and kick some of this awesome music.
モンスターワールド。あのアクションロールプレイングモンスターランドが君のもとへ。行けスーパーワンダーボーイモンスターワールド。セガ
Alright, so that's it for SEGA Gigo here in Ikebukuro. Had a lot of fun today, and again, it's very unfortunate that this is my last trip ever to this arcade, going to be shutting down. And really it's unfortunate in general that this is just one of a number of arcades around the country that have been shutting down for pretty obvious reasons. Hopefully this is not a trend that keeps going for very long. One of my favorite things about living in Tokyo is that usually, no matter where in the city I am, for whatever reason, I'm never too far from an arcade. And I don't know, there's just something about coming to a place like this. It just really brings me a lot of joy. It brings a lot of joy to a lot of people. And like I said, this place has been open for about 30 years. So a lot of people have come and gone from this place, played a lot of games, had a lot of fun. Again, it's a real shame it's got to go, but I'm glad I got at least one last day of fun and games out of this place. So anyway, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.